What's going on, guys? Bear with me a second. Let me get this shared out. Bear with me a moment. Let me get it shared. I know technically we're not starting until 6, but I wanted to go ahead, get in, make sure there's no issues. Um, but yeah, bear with me a few moments here. Um, do me a favor, guys, as you come in, share out the video for me. That would be a big help. That's one of the things we're going to talk about tonight is, expectation of sharing and things like that. Not only as a supporter, but a fan. Also, um, because of, the stuff that we do for the fans and the public. So we'll be talking about a lot of stuff. Like we're trying to figure out, ways in general, to get more eyes on indie books. What's up, Mr. Ed? Ed, make sure you grab you a copy of the Department of Truth Zero cover I just did for Image Comics that's in pre-sale. Make sure you go claim one, brother, and get you a copy. That book's going to be hot. That issue is about Elvis. But yeah, we want to try to brainstorm some ideas, or in general, just try to also encourage, other creators and stuff like that to cross promote and help others be seen too, and then of course vice versa. That's something else that we see right now that is missing big time in hang on one second. What's up, Reams? What's up, Cameron? What's up, everybody? That's something that we have been seeing, highly, highly neglected, and in this industry for a while, and that's, other creators, other artists, not, not helping cross promote, not encouraging others to check out other people's work and things like that. That's something we've been seeing missing a lot for a long time, to be honest. We see people talking about Marvel books, and we see people talking about DC and Image, but we don't really see a lot of people sharing and cross promoting, indie books and trying to get, more of a fan base under it. Like the books do, like, it's so crazy because the indie books I'm aware of, like, I can't speak for everyone, of course, but the indie books I'm aware of, we see them doing really, really well at Comic Cons. They do very well. Psycho South sells insanely well at Comic Cons. It does pretty good on Kickstarter. It doesn't do as well as what I feel it should be able to do on Kickstarter. I mean, when you have 10,000 followers and you're only averaging about 100 people per Kickstarter, there's some kind of disconnect, some kind of issue there. And a lot of times we feel, that it might be, an issue of visibility. What's up, Sable? What's up, everybody? Heather. Yep. I'm super excited for GeekCon. That is this weekend. I leave tomorrow evening for Shreveport, Louisiana. So I'll be at GeekCon this weekend. I'm one of the guest invites that's coming in for the show. So I'm super, super, super excited about that. I did that show last year for the first time, and I really had a good time with it. So if you're in Louisiana or near Louisiana, you should have your butt at GeekCon this weekend. So like I stated on the heading, if you're, if you are an artist, a creator, a retailer, an online seller, even a fan supporter of indie books, if you want to come on the show tonight and talk about the show, you are more than welcome to join. All you got to do is just let me know, send me a PM, and I will, send you a link to the video. Because again, what we are trying to do, hang on one second. Well, some of it now, to be fair, again, I'm going to play devil's advocate on some of this. What's up, Tim? Some of it is people don't pay attention. That's absolutely some of it. What's up, Miss Andrea? That is 100% some of it. People send you friend invites. They collect names on a name counter, numbers on a name counter, and they don't give two shits about you. They have no concern about you whatsoever. They just do it because they're trying to generate names on a list so they can go, whoa, look at me. Look who I'm friends with. And so that is part of it. Part of it is notifications on Facebook don't work half the time. I have personally gotten notifications about events, whether they're live shows or sale events, posts 3, 4, 5 days later, and the shit's over. But yet it didn't pop up on my notifications till right that moment. And it was from 3 days ago, 4 days ago. So that is something else we are having a serious problem with, is notifications. The other, what's up, Jim? What's up, everybody? So that's a problem. So we have a problem where people just friend people and they don't give a shit and they just collect names. Then we have a problem with notifications, taggings, The algorithm is garbage. So we have this as a creator, sadly, whether, Zuckerberg wants to admit to it or not, their algorithms, they definitely have a certain bleeding to them. If you fit in a certain category, so like posts, we constantly, like every time I open my Facebook page, and that's one of the reasons I don't surf Facebook. When we open it, the majority of it is stupid shit. It's political posts. It's, religious posts. It's some stupid ad versus another stupid ad. And that's all you see. And it's got shit to do with tailoring your page. We've proven that. We've proven that trying to tailor your page doesn't stay. And the same for Instagram. We've proven that going through there and tweaking your Instagram to try to stop seeing the stupid crap, the island boys and the 10-second boob bouncers. We went through there and click not interested, and spam click on stuff that we want to see, art, comics, movies, etc., etc. And it lasts for about a day, and then it goes back to that BS. Like I guarantee you, I could open my Instagram right now and look at the news feed, and I see art, I see some animal stuff. There's one bimbo, there's two bimbos, there's three bimbos, there's some more art. If I scroll down a little, there's more bimbos, and that ain't got shit to do. I don't click on that bullshit, but it's on my news feed constantly. So we're fighting that. So we're fighting the island boys. And now a lot of that falls on y'all's plate, because I don't know how many times I look at my news feed and I see people on my social media friends list posting stuff, and it's stupid shit. Why aren't you sharing out your friends, your family, the people that you follow and that you claim to be fans of? Why aren't you sharing out their content instead of Island Boys stupidity? Or I get that you think it's funny, but you're making idiots millionaires while we starve. But yet you're supposed to be our fans and our supporters. But when we look at your page, we don't see you sharing shit that we do. And again, like I said, I'm going to be a little blunt here, so don't get ass hurt, because I love my fans. I appreciate my fans. So do other artists. But the issue we're having right now is too much stuff is fighting against us. And we're trying to change that mindset, trying to get more help from you guys to be seen, because the word of mouth, the algorithm feeds off of what you guys post. And when you constantly post stupid shit is what we have to see. Like I said, some of you promote very well, and we're very grateful for you to do it. That's one of the reasons I do as many giveaways and raffles and all this stuff. I try to give back to my fans that promote and support me. But there's, like I said, there's a whole lot of, stuff on our social media. I guess it's going to be weird today. It just seems to be one-sided. We give, and then everybody else just takes for the most part. And that's something that really, really, really needs to be tweaked and worked on, because there's a lot of artists that do too much for the community, way too much. I mean, went live about 3 months ago and gave away $1,000 worth of art. About 15 people won, original published pieces and other random pieces of art. It totaled a little over $1,000 that we gave away with no strings attached. You just had to be here hanging out in the channel. And then to top that off, out of the 15 or so people that won stuff, we saw, I think it was 2 people that made a thank you post. I mean, how disrespectful is that shit? So, like I said, if you're somebody that wants to come on the show and you want to talk about this stuff and bounce around ideas, I'd love for you to jump on and come hang out. You're welcome to. But I'm sick of it, dude. I'm so sick of political posts, because look, I'm gonna let you guys in on a little super secret. Nobody gives a shit about your political views. No one. And you posting one damn political damn comment or news feed thing from one damn propaganda news station to the other is not going to make anyone on your friends list change how they vote, how they pray, or how they do any damn thing. Sorry about the I wish that thing would. Why is it being weird right now? So you are not going to change anyone's thoughts. So why waste time with it? That's why I don't post political shit. There's just absolutely no point to it. So I've gotten to where I've started unfriending people that every time I see their name pop up on my news feed, it's one political damn rant after the other. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with being a political type person and wanting things to go your way or some other way. But at the end of the day, you posting the shit on Facebook doesn't accomplish a damn thing. Why don't you post about an artist that's on your friends list or a business? We all have people we know that run small businesses. Why aren't you sharing that shit? So see, that's the stuff that makes all of this aggravating and annoying. You guys want artists to go live, but you don't show up. You guys want artists to do giveaways and raffles and customer appreciation, but you don't show up and you don't give back in return when they do. And again, what I'm saying does not apply to everyone, so don't get butthurt. If you already share content or small businesses or artists or whatever, thank you. If you already support artists and creators and comic shops, etc., thank you. But there's an issue when there's 10,000 people and less than 100 is doing it. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it's your job to do it, but some of it, just like it falls on our shoulders to make sure you get what you paid for in a timely manner, to make sure you get treated with courtesy and respect and proper customer service, it is also your duty as a fan to share out content, promote when you're able to, help when you're able to, because you're benefiting from us when we go live and we give stuff away. You see what I'm saying? It has to be a two-way street. There's a specific reason why the majority of artists do not do giveaways. They don't do raffles. They don't do shit for the public. And that's why. Because 9 times out of 10, in most cases, they're not getting even a thank you in return. So why should they? Because they're going to get cover jobs whether they're giving you stuff or not. They're going to get fans whether they're giving away stuff or not. They're going to get commissions and work whether they're giving stuff away or not. So why should they be bothered? The reason we're bothered to do it is because we want that post in return. We want that thank you post, sharing out what you got, letting other people know what we gave you. It's a word of mouth circulation. So, and feel free to chime in. If you're somebody, again, I'm not here to bash anybody. Nobody's going to bash you. We're not here to hammer on anyone. But if you're that type of person, let's say that you're one of those people posting stupid ass memes after stupid ass memes and political posts after political posts, why aren't you sharing out the small business people that are on your page? You see what I mean? So, feel free to answer that. Why? Because I hate to break it to people, the meme shit's not funny. Memes haven't been funny in fucking forever. The shit's not funny at all, in my personal opinion. Nothing about it is funny. The political posts, nothing about it is educational, entertaining, or funny. So why? So we want to try to get people to understand that you guys have such an incredibly powerful tool at your hands, and that's social media, word of mouth, and sharing out our content. Cool. Well, again, so Jim, that's a good point. So and I'll tell you why that's the case. Most artists don't go live. Why should they? It does not, for the most part, it's not like it's increasing their money-making potential. You might get a fan here, a fan there. You might get a job here, a job there. But I could be sitting in there making money instead of sitting in here for an hour talking to people. You get what I'm saying? Good. Everybody needs to get off their ass. People have too much potential. We've been brainwashed into thinking all we're supposed to do is sit and surf this piece of shit right here 24/7. When so many people have so many creative concept ideas, whether it's movies, whether it's books, poems, music, whatever the damn avenue. This is not supposed to be our damn existence. You know, even though I'm on it, 3 or 4 hours a day, but I'm posting, I'm sharing, I'm promoting. I don't surf Facebook. I can't tolerate it. I can't deal with the bullshit on Facebook because there's nothing more aggravating than when you see people posting political shit or you see people posting memes and they ain't shared none of your shit, but they were in a live show and won a $300 sketch or won a $200 sketch or a $30 exclusive, and they ain't even bothered to say thank you. You get what I'm saying? So I don't surf Facebook. But yeah, I mean, that's what we should be doing. Everybody should be getting off their ass. Go find something to do. Spend time with your spouses, your family, your children. Go create some book. Go draw. Go do something. Get the fuck off the damn phone. If you're going to be on the phone, share out people's legitimate content and help them grow. Man, that camera is just not wanting to focus, is it? Sorry about that, guys. Normally it focuses better than that. What if I back up a little? Sorry. I guess it's just trying to focus on every damn thing behind me. But that's okay. You don't need to see me. We're trying to figure out, like, I've had these brainstorming moments with some other creators, and we're trying to figure out a way to get people to pay attention to indie books. So how? Because the algorithm's fighting us. The algorithm is fighting us. Notifications don't work. God, dog, that's annoying. I wonder if there's anything I can change in settings. Hang on one second. Sorry. Maybe it's just on my screen because when I look at the video thing, is it blurry to you guys or is it clear? Let me know if it's blurry to you guys. Because that's the way it should look. All right, anyway. So how do we? Because like I said, as far as, I just hit my shin. So as far as social media is concerned, Instagram is fighting us. We don't get pushed to the top of the news feeds. It's all random bimbos bouncing their tits for 10 seconds. Or dumbass island boy shit or any other just stupid shit. It's so sad that we've made idiots millionaires. It's so pathetic. We've straight up made trash rich while the rest of us starve. While the rest of us barely get by, we made idiots rich because we think it's funny. No, it's stupid. Stop sharing the shit. All you're doing is adding to the stupidity of this planet. Go share out your friend's small business. Go share out your artist you follow's content. Stop sharing stupid shit. God, we have made just trash, filthy rich with social media, while everyone else who's legitimately putting art into the world, legitimately running needed businesses for small businesses and stuff, can't get an ounce of shares or attention. But we'll share the hell out of some stupid ass shit. I mean, I guarantee you, if I looked at Facebook right damn now at the newsfeed, watch this shit. I guarantee you. News shit. Political shit. Regular advertisement stuff that I don't give two shits about. And it doesn't matter how many times you click the damn X, it comes back. Another political post. Another random ad. It's now to be honest, I mean, to be fair, now there is a friend option now on the bottom of your screen. You can click, and it's supposed to show you just posts by your friends. So that is a little better. I don't know how long that's been there, but that's a little better. So, you know, that's supposed to show you just the people on your friends list and the stuff they're posting. So that helps a little, other than political, weather, political. So, you know, it's not hugely different. I don't know. I mean, how do we get... All right, you know what? Let me put it, you know what? Again, there's no bashing here. I want people to answer honest. Let's start at home, local. For the people that's sitting in this chat right now, how many of you have bought Psycho Sal? How many? Who, or let me say it this way, who hasn't? Who has not bought Psycho Sal? Who has not bought Path of the Pale Rider? Who has not bought Don't Pay the Ferryman? There's three right off the bat that I know are extremely badass. You know, so we'll do it that way. And again, I'm not mad at anybody. It's not about that. I'm trying to figure out what we have to do to get people to support indie. Now, like I said, I get supporting indie you don't know nothing about, because sadly, indie's earned its black mark. There are a ton of indie creators out there that do not deliver on time, that have books that are 2 or 3 years out of sync, that they haven't produced yet for fans, that did $30,000, $40,000 Kickstarters, and yet their book, here it is 2 years later, and it's still not published, if not more. So, like, I get those. Like, I get not trying everything. I get that, because you're going to get burned. There's a lot of shitty indie running around. But when it's indie that you know is a good book because of the way people talk about it, you know it's a good book because of how it sells outside of Kickstarter, you know it's a quality book because you see it consistently coming out. So, you know, so those are the fears that normally keeps people away. They don't trust the creator. They don't know if it'll get delivered. They don't know if it'll get created. They don't know if they'll get more issues. Like, so I get those fears and you not trying those books. That's smart. But when it is proven indie books that are coming out consistently, that are proper quality storytelling, artwork, publication, printing, etc., why are you not buying a copy? If you're claiming to be a comic fan, why are you not trying these indie books? Now, again, Jim, like people like Jim's a little different. If you just came on the scene, that's a little different. But there's people, again, there's 10,000 followers on my page alone for the different, from TikTok, I mean, from Instagram to Facebook to the art group and the private groups and the public group, over 10,000. We're averaging about 100 to 110 people per Kickstarter. Where the fuck is everybody? Because, you know, I see all these people show up in the Marvel, in the selling groups and pages when there's Marvel books being sold, when there's, thank you, Jim, when there's, mainstream company books being sold. So, and there's no way those stories are better than ours. It's not happening. I've read them. I've checked them out. What's coming out of mainstream companies has been trashed for a long time. I mean, Absolute Batmans and those books are a little okay, but they're still not break the wall badass, you know? So, you know, that's the issue we're having is you got 10,000 people, but you can't even get 5%. So why? How do we fix that? And it's not a me problem. It's an industry problem on the indie side, because we're seeing it when you look at legitimate indie books that are not crutching on TNA, that are not putting out fetish porn books with tons of, twisted tentacle sex and shit on the interiors. The books are only averaging 5 to 15K. And I mean, shit, it costs us in most cases, around 4K to 5K to produce the damn book. So most time you're just making your money back, putting it right now into the next book. Why? That's what we can't figure out. How do we get more people? I mean, that's just like this, right? Like this live video right now. We're talking about something that should be important to anyone who's a comic fan, and we have 5 people in here out of 10,000. You see what I mean? How aggravating this shit is? But again, the drawback to it is you don't even have the actual comic people in here. You see what I mean? Nobody wants to talk about this shit because they don't want to rock the boat. They're scared by talking about the fans not showing up that it's going to upset the fans that do. Well, I'm here to tell you, you talking about the percentage that's not showing up is not going to upset the percentage that does show up, because they know, especially if you're doing for them, they know you care about them. They know you love them. They know you appreciate their fandom. But where the hell is the rest? So see, that's the that's the hurdles that we're having to deal with. Some of it, I believe, is people don't give a shit. Let's be honest. Some of it is people have no intentions of ever buying indie, ever giving it a try. They're addicted to Marvel. They're addicted to DC, and that's the only damn books they're ever going to buy because that's the only books they bought for 20 years. So you got that. So it's just like me in the insurance when I was in the insurance world. Yeah, out of seeing 10 people, you're going to have 2 that don't give a shit. You're going to meet 2 that's on the fence. You're going to meet 2 that isn't going to break their existing habit, and then you're going to have 2 or 3 that jumps in on the fun and checks it out. That's just the way it works. It's the odds game. But if you're not getting seen, how do you offset the odds? Because that's the way it is going to be. You're going to have a few that will never try it, have no intentions whatsoever. You're going to have a few that collect names on a friend counter. They don't give a shit about you. They're just trying to look special. Oh, look at me. I got 5,000 friends on my Facebook page. So you're going to have that. Then you're going to have people that are on the fence, and you got to try to convince them to try your property, your IP. And then you're going to have people that are going to automatically try it. They want to see new stuff. They want to see new books. They want to enjoy the ride. And, so you got to figure out the other. How do you get more eyes on? I mean, again, this video shared out to how many groups right now? And we got 5 people here. That's how little people give a shit about indie. And I mean, we're 6:30 p.m. on a Wednesday night. I don't want to hear shit about school. I don't want to hear shit about any other excuses. I mean, we're 6:30 prime time on a Wednesday night, and we have 5 people in here. 10,000 people, 5 in the video. See what I mean? And I'm very grateful for you guys that are here. Thank you. I appreciate that. But that's the thing. That's the thing. You can't grow with unity, because comic people, like we were talking about earlier, the sad truth of it is comic people, for the most part, creators, artists, etc., they're so damn paranoid that sharing other people's shit's going to steal money out of their pocket. They won't do it. The only other people they'll share is, like I said earlier, people that are above them on the food chain in the industry that they're trying to buddy with. Because you go look at their pages, when they share out other artists, it's always somebody higher than the food chain than them. It's okay. Like I said, this is just me talking in general as the industry, because I do well. So I don't want anybody to get it twisted. I do very well with what I do. I've got a great fan base. They show up, they support the books, whether they're indie books or whether they're exclusives I do for companies. They show up and see me at Comic Cons. They buy stuff from my tables. I do very well, knock on wood. And that's because you guys, and I'm extremely grateful for that. But I'm trying to get the industry as a whole to kick off. And it's such a damn uphill battle because nobody else wants to help. You got sprinkles of creators or artists that want to help. And that's it. The majority don't give a shit. The majority do not give a rat's ass about any other creator or artist. And that's the way this industry has been since the dawn of time. Because back then it was because it was cutthroat. You know, you only had so many books you could do covers for or art for. You only had so many cons you could go to and needed invites for, or whatever the case. And you know, and people still carry that mentality into now. And now with social media and all these other platforms that gives you access to all this area, I mean, yes, you're still not being seen as much as you think you would be, but you don't have to treat everybody like they're about to steal your damn wallet, you know, because it doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter how pretty you are. It doesn't matter how much of your tits are hanging out. It doesn't matter anything that you do in this industry. You can't do all the work, and there's tons of work to go around. So yeah, music's the same way. I've known plenty of friends of mine that, you know, that grew up in and around music from, from local bands and stuff like that, because I grew up in and around Memphis. I've known lots of musicians, and it's the same bullshit. You know, it's the same. I'm going to pretend like I give a shit about the community, but I'm not going to do a damn thing for it. You know, I'm going to talk about how important it is for you to share content, but then when you go look at my page, I ain't got shit shared to nobody. And I don't know how many times I've seen that. I've watched them talk about their live shows. Same thing with like, you know what? Same damn thing with retailers. I don't know how many retailers I've made shit tons of money for, doing covers for them, giving them discounts, promoting the living hell out of them, sending my fan base to their pages and groups, etc., helping their books sell out. And I can go look at their pages right damn now, and I guarantee you not a single one has my post shared to their page about my cover for, and that's an artist exclusive. So it's not even a comic shop exclusive. So they can't even use the excuse, oh, well, I don't want to share out another retailer. It's an artist exclusive. I paid for that damn book to be created for Department of Truth Zero for Image Comics. That's an artist exclusive. I paid for it. And I can guarantee you, I can look at their pages right now, and I bet you fucking $100 to a donut, they don't have it shared out to their pages. And how much have I promoted them? How many times have I done covers for some of them and made them money? See, that's everybody takes, but they never want to give. And that's why I quit. I quit promoting a lot of people. I quit sharing a lot of people. I mean, it's the same way with artists. How many artists have benefited from me giving them an opportunity on Psycho Sal, on my IP, that generated more work for them, that generated more fans for them, and I can go look at their damn page, and they've never shared a damn Psycho Sal Kickstarter. They've never shared an exclusive I've done for a company. The majority of them. Now, some of them have, and I'm extremely grateful for that. But that's what this industry is. So, yes, you're 100% right, Kendall. The number one way to lift all of the indie up is all of the indie to cross-promote and share one another. But that shit ain't happening. It's not going to happen. Too many petty people, too many lazy people, too many selfish people, too many paranoid people. That's been one of my hardest things I've had to learn about this industry is the majority of people are talking shit. They're not here to help. They're not here to lift up. Even I don't give a shit how much they talk about it on their page. The majority of them don't give two shakes. So it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, but like I said, you know, that's the sad thing about it is we can sit here all day and go, this person did what they said they were going to do, but it's irrelevant because it's not the industry. You know, there's a bunch of us that are cross promoting, that are sharing other people's content, that are lifting other people's up, but there's so few of us, it counts as nothing. You know, that's what's really sad. But like I said, some of it falls on the shoulders of the fans. Y'all chase after people that don't give two shits about you. Let's be honest here. There's a lot of fans that I've watched chase artists and creators that don't do shit but take their money and dismiss them. And they'll chase them like it's the last piece of damn bacon on the planet. you know. So some of it's the fans' fault, you know. Some of it's, you know, the paranoia and the selfishness of other artists and creators. But like I said, how do we fix it though? How do we generate it? And I don't, like I said, we've racked our damn brains for I don't know how long trying to figure that out. And we have not been able to figure it out. I mean, like here's case in point. I'm looking at someone right now on their page that's sharing out some shit that has to do with Adam Savage. Why the fuck are you sharing anything that has to do with Adam Savage? Instead of the people on your damn friends list that are small business owners and creators and artists. Why are you not sharing them? Who gives a shit about Adam Savage? You see my point? Why are you sharing NFL shit? Why are you sharing sports shit? Like, I get you're a fan. Okay, sure. But why are you doing that and you never share anybody that could benefit from your support? That could, because the NFL isn't benefiting you sharing out some fucking NFL meme or post. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's just, Adam Savage is from that TV show. Like, Adam Savage is a nice guy. There's nothing wrong with Adam Savage. But my point is that dude's rich. That dude's famous. He used to be on Mythbusters, and he used to create, stuff for movies and things like that. Why are you sharing Adam Savage shit? And I'm not saying that you can't share, so don't get butthurt. I'm not saying you can't share other stuff. It's your page. You do what you want to with it. But again, I'm trying to figure out the mindset. And I don't know, maybe it's like someone told me, don't give a fuck. Don't worry about it. If the industry sinks, it sinks. I mean, is that really the mindset you have to take? Worry about me and me only? You know, because I'm doing well. It's just, I guess a lot of it just kind of pissed me off because I watch other creators I know really suffer on their projects, and they're good projects and they're great people. And then nobody shows up to support them, but they'll show up for that free shit. I guess that's why I'm pissed off and I'm annoyed, because I'm going to make my money regardless. I'm going to do well. My fan base, I love them. They do me right, and I do them right. I go above and beyond for them more than probably any other damn artist does. Because I don't know of any damn artist that went live and gave away $500 worth of exclusives or gave away $1,000 worth of original art without some catch-22. Shit, I haven't seen anybody do that with a catch-22. But anyway, my point is, I don't know. I don't like the concept of the industry being me. You know, when I worked in the insurance world and I ran the Memphis office, we were a family. Everyone in that office, we helped make money. We helped them be successful, and it made everyone successful. And then I come to this industry where everybody talks about the community, but nobody's doing the community. Yeah, I mean, that's the way I look at it. But to be fair, let's be honest here. How many damn fans are still chasing artists and retailers that have screwed them over, that have straight up robbed them? I mean, shit, look how many fans are still chasing Clayton Crane's nuts. I mean, Black Flag still has people buying shit from them. They rob people for thousands of dollars. You know? You see my point? I mean, how many times have you seen artists be rude and dismissive to fans at shows, and then that fan's coming right back the next day? So, like I've joked about it before, this industry is like a bad relationship. The better you are to people, the worse you get treated. The shittier you are to people, the more damn fans chase you. And I mean, man, it gets proven all the time, you know? See, I have a unique perspective in it. I've sat in pro row at Comic Cons. I've seen artists talk shitty to fans or be dismissive to fans. And the fan just, oh, okay, all right, I'm sorry, man, I didn't mean to upset you, and walk away. And then the very next day, hey, man, how you doing? If some bitch was rude to me at a con, I'm not giving him my money ever again. I don't give a shit what kind of day he might have been having. What's up, Juan? I'm not. That's not happening. I'm not giving my money and I'm not giving my fandom to somebody that can't appreciate me making their career possible, because that's what it is at the end of the day. But we see it all the time. I see it in Artist Alley all the time, from artists showing up 3 hours late after the doors open. To me, that's disrespecting fans. Leaving an hour, hour and a half early every day before the show's over. Me, that's disrespecting fans. My ass is to be there when the doors open and stay till the doors close. Now, if the con's completely dead and nobody's there and you leave 30 minutes early, I don't give a shit. Nobody does. I mean, if you got 5 people in the building, ain't nothing you can do about it. But usually where there's pro invites, that's not the case. It's packed shoulder to shoulder from the minute it opens till the minute it closes. And even then, they're chasing people out the door. So your ass that's supposed to be there at 10 o'clock doesn't show up till noon. For me, that's disrespectful to fans. Sorry. I don't know, man. I hope so. But Invincible's not indie. I mean, I hate to break it to you guys. Invincible's not indie. Sorry. I mean, I get what you're talking about, Kendall. I understand what you're saying. But I do want to clarify that. I'm not talking about company books, just so everybody understands where I'm coming from with this. I don't give a shit about company books. They've got a company behind them. They've got a monster behind them. They have, FOCs and every damn thing else to push their shit. Invincible's not indie. If it has a company logo on it from Marvel, DC, Image Comics, Dynamite, IDW, etc., that is not indie. Those haven't been indie books for 20 plus years. Well, we see now that's the other thing. Like, some people have tried that. We've tried. I've seen other people try it. I've tried it. We can't get people to show up. Now, given we can make the video, let it play, let it record, put it out there, let people watch it when they want to. Sure. But a lot of times people don't show up. But the other drawback to it is we can't get people to stay consistent. And in order to get a following, to get eyes, you have to stay consistent. That's why I promote so heavily. I'm probably one of the heaviest promoters in the industry. I promote everything all the time, constantly sharing, constantly tagging, constantly sending out links and stuff to other groups and things like that. And that's how I get seen as much as I do, even though it's not as much as it seems like it should be, because of the algorithms, because of all the other bullshit that plays into it. But if I wasn't doing it as hard as I do it, I wouldn't have the success I have. Now, do I have people that get pissed off because I promote too much? I share too much? Yep. Well, you know what? Get the fuck off my page. My page is a business. I'm not there to collect names on a name counter. I'm there to run a business. And my business is art. My business is making sure the people I work for are successful with their Kickstarters or their exclusives, et cetera, et cetera. So I don't give a shit whether people think I promote too damn much. If you don't like it, unfriend me. But you have to do that to be seen, you know? So you got to be consistent, constantly posting, constantly sharing every single day. And that's what I do. And then when it comes to the podcast, the same things apply to that. You have to be consistent. You have to go live the same day, the same time every week if you can, or every month. But you can't get anybody to show up. Everybody will sit there and tell you how they want to be a part of it. They want to help. And then when it comes time to put foot to pavement, their asses has 1,000 excuses. And if my ass, as busy as I am, can sit down here and talk to you guys for a damn hour, 2 hours, so can everyone else. They just don't want to. They want the end result, but they don't want to do the work. And it takes a shitload of work. Because at the end of the day, the majority, not all, the majority don't give a shit about the industry as long as they are being seen. So that's the problem on that scenario. I mean, new stories, new characters. I mean, like I said, Psycho Sal, like I said, I'm not complaining about the success of Psycho Sal overall. Issue number 1, like I mentioned earlier, issue number 1, cover A, has already passed 8,000 printed and sold in 3 years' time. And that's 3 years of the only place you could buy it was My Table at Shows. We just added the website last year. So that's extremely well for an indie book. And then on top of it, an indie horror psychological thriller. That's tough. So like I said, I'm just kind of venting about the industry. With 10,000 followers, you should be netting about 20% of those people supporting your projects. And we are averaging about 100. You look at any of the other creators that have 4, 5, 6, 8,000 followers that are supposed to be fans on their friends list and in their groups. And you look at their Kickstarters and they're averaging about 50 to 100. Why? That, like I said, that's the part we can't figure out. So please, somebody feel free. Again, I'm not upset with anybody. We're trying to dissect this and figure out what we can tweak and change to get more of you buying. Now, some of you here are brand new, and that's a different story. But some of you have been on my friends list for years. Y'all have been here before Psycho Sal came out. Y'all have been here before Path of the Pale Rider with Lori, or before Chris with Don't Pay the Ferryman. Why haven't you guys bought a copy of the books? Because again, we've proven their quality. We have proven the art is quality, the writing is quality, the lettering is quality, the storytelling is quality, the printing is quality because we print in the US. So we've proven that we are consistent. Every time we put on a Kickstarter, within 3 weeks, that Kickstarter's gone to when that Kickstarter's within a couple weeks, it's gone to print. I mean, we drop 4 issues a year of Psycho Sal. The same thing kind of operates with the other books I mentioned. So what if you haven't bought one of our books? Again, I'm not upset with you. Nobody's going to bash you or harass you, but I want your opinion. If you're a fan of ours, why have you not purchased our book? So please, if you're a fan of mine, if you're a supporter, if you're on my friends list, and you have why, and of course, if you just got here, I'm not talking to you. You're new, so it's okay. But if you've been here for a minute, why have you not supported Lori Calcaterra? Why have you not supported Chris on his books or myself on my book? Because Lord knows those 3 people alone, I know for a fact, do shit tons for the fans. Now, I can't speak for anyone else for sure. And there are others that do things for you guys. Mike is a good creator. I've seen, the way he's handled himself. Mike Harris on his recent Kickstarter, the way he dealt with fans, the way he dealt with his book. So I know he's a good person or a quality creator. And there's others. Like I said, so answer that for me. If you're here, why have you not purchased Psycho Sal? And, or Path of the Pale Rider, or Don't Pay the Ferryman, or The Nut Brigade, or any of these other books. See, I mean, like this shit right here. Like, look at this. This is someone, look at this shit. I look at their page. They haven't shared anything about anybody that's got a small business or a comic or anything else, but they're sharing a damn post from some fucking idiot that says no vax for HIV after 40 years of research, no vax for cancer after more than 100 years of research, no vax for the common cold, yet a virus mysteriously appears, and within 12 months, there's a vax. Who gives a shit about COVID? You see my point? You see what isn't making sense? But when I go look at that person's page, and I'm not mad at that person, I'm just trying to figure this out. I go look at their damn page, and there's nothing on their page that has to do with, there's fucking post about the weakest men compete with girls. Who gives a shit? You're not gonna, okay, we know that you give a shit about that, but at the end of the day, does it help any damn body? No. See what I mean? That's what's annoying. These are people that have benefited from our generosity, benefited from us promoting their shit. But when I look at their page, there's not a single damn small business, comic creator, comic artist, or any damn body. It's just COVID this and political that and stupid bullshit. I tell you, I'm almost to the point where I'm going to start unfriending every damn person that posts something that's not helpful to somebody. Like, that's how stupid it's gotten. Who gives a shit about COVID? That post doesn't help anybody. It doesn't change anyone's thoughts on it, whether you're for it or against it. It doesn't change anyone's voting. It doesn't change any damn thing whatsoever other than you sharing a dumbass repost from someone else. See what I mean? You see why it's so frustrating? The people that are supposed to be our friends, the people that are supposed to be our fans, won't even share our shit, but you will share that stupidity. Oh, I appreciate it, Jim. Well, I can tell you, Jim, once you read issue number 1, I know everybody, like I said before, I know everybody tweaks their own IPs and brags, but dude, you're going to be in for one hell of a ride. That book is off the chain badass. Chris and Lori and them's done such an incredible job with the storytelling, taking my notes and everything and turning it into these scripts per book. Dude, I've got people that read Psycho Sal that are not horror fans at all, and they are hooked on that book. So, because it doesn't actually read like a comic, it reads almost like a TV show. That was our intention. We wanted it to read that way because when we created Psycho Sal, we wanted an IP that non-horror fans could read and get hooked on, that non-comic fans could read and get hooked on, and then true comic fans and horror fans would love too. I've got people reading Psycho Sal, dude, that are absolutely hooked, and they are not comic fans whatsoever. Guys, if you're in this channel and you want to come on the show, just say so. I'll send you the link. You can come on here and share your thoughts too, instead of just listening to me ramble. But you see, but that's what has become, and most artists won't say what I just said. And I understand it. I'm not talking down on artists that don't want to say anything. That's not what I mean. Because sadly, me saying what I'm saying tonight is going to get me labeled again as negative and as the problem. That's why most artists don't talk about this. That's why they don't. They don't want to chase off existing fans, making them think they don't care because they're, complaining about why more people aren't paying attention. And that's not what it's about. We're not complaining, about the fans. I love my fans. I give back to my fans way more than I probably should. I mean, I just did a Kickstarter and I gave away $8,000 worth of Psycho Sal t-shirts for free. No catch-22. So they got a $40 damn t-shirt, whether they back the Kickstarter at $15 or $1,500. And I gave away signed exclusives of my Feral number 10 artist exclusive for Feral number 10 for Image Comics. That's a $30 exclusive that I could have sold at shows. I gave away 136 of that book, signed, free, no strings attached, just for supporting the Kickstarter. I gave away $40 t-shirts, 136 of these. These things cost me, these shirts cost me $15 a piece to have made, and they are very nice quality. Those books, even if you didn't look at the resale value, I could have took Psycho Sal shirts to cons and they would have sold. I could have put them on my website and they've sold. I know we've done it before and they've sold out every single time. So it's not like it's dead inventory. You know what I'm saying? But these shirts cost me $2,000 to have made. And I gave them away. But as far as money making potential, it was $8,000 at $40 a pop. The books, I paid $7 a piece for those books to be created. 500 print run. I gave away 136 of them on the show. Yeah, so that was right at $700 worth of books that I gave away just to the fans for the hell of it. So that's why this gets frustrating, because we sit and watch people who have benefited from our generosity. Well, I don't count the shipping coming to me, of course. Now, I don't count the shipping on the price of stuff when it went to fans, because fans pay for shipping on the Kickstarter. But yes, you're right. I mean, plus shipping when they came to me from the people that made them. So that's why I get frustrated, because the majority of other artists don't do any of this, and they have people groveling and chasing them around like lost puppies, and they don't do shit. I'm sorry. The majority of them don't do anything. I mean, I've watched artists nickel and dime people at shows. You know, I've watched artists dismiss and be rude to fans, and people still just chase them like a lost puppy. So that's why I take it a bit personal. You know, yes, I shouldn't take it personal. Yes, I mean, really, probably, you know, like one person told me, like, dude, you're going to give yourself a stroke worrying about the industries. You're doing well. Your art's doing well. I mean, you've been doing this 7 years. You got 160 published covers. You got 5 books that are about to drop, six books that are about to drop. You're about to have your next New York Comic Con exclusive for Psycho Sal. You got a successful IP. You got a second successful IP with Cursed Moonlight. You got 2 more IPs coming with the Mummy book, one shot, and then the 30 issues of Cycle of the Blood Moon that will be successful. You got a great fan base. You're doing well. Why are you worrying about everybody else? I don't know. I truly don't know. I don't know why I give a shit about whether someone else's IPs are successful. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I worked in the insurance world for 7.5 years, where we were trained and we were taught how everybody in the office mattered, and we wanted everybody in the office to be successful and make great money. So a lot of it probably comes from that, because it's a great feeling. For me, I think it is. I get a kick out of watching other people succeed. I don't know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And like I said, we can't get feedback from nobody. We can't. We can't get feed. We can't get other people to speak out about it, because they're scared they'll rock the boat. You know, we can't get other people to call out the fact they make people money, and then those same people they make money for don't bother to help us in return after we just help them, because they don't want to rock the boat, because that person might be a potential cover job. Yeah, I don't know. I'm the same way, Jim. Like, I like, that's why my circle's small. My circle's very small, because my bullshit meter will go stupid. And I'm not better than nobody. I'm all kinds of jacked up and screwed up, and I'm opinionated. I'm too blunt. I've got zero tolerance for a lot of bullshit. I don't play well with others when my bullshit meter starts going off. I can't keep my mouth shut when I know somebody's a rat and I know somebody's a thief. I'm not that person. I can't go sit with a group of people at dinner because there's some piece of shit sitting at the table that I know have robbed people, while everybody else pretends it didn't happen. I can't do it. I wish I could. I wish I could play the politics. I really do. Because there's no fucking doubt, excuse my language, if I could play the politics, the ass kissery, I would be on a Marvel cover by now, or DC. Because I've watched people who don't even have a quarter of the fucking work done that I've done, and they've already landed a DC cover or a Marvel cover that are shitty. They're rude to fans. They're disrespectful. I know, because I've seen it in person. Their artwork is okay. It's pretty good, but they're missing deadlines. And I know, because I've heard the damn retailers talk about it. So they haven't earned what they got whatsoever. They just happen to have the right amount of cleavage to show. And the guys are idiots, and they think if they give them a cover, they're going to get laid. While they constantly miss deadlines, constantly miss appointments, constantly don't show up to shows where they were given fucking pro invites for. And, and then you sitting here going, holy shit, what the hell? All because they kissed the right ass. or they made friends with the right person and they get shit handed to them. While you're sitting over there grinding it out like a damn dog, working 12, 14 hours a day, 6 days a week, doing 160 plus published covers, and you can barely get seen because you get labeled a problem. My work's not a fucking problem. I prove that time and time again. My quality is not a problem. My loyalty is not a problem. My attention to detail and making sure stuff's a priority is not a problem. My promoting, sharing, lifting others up is not a problem. My mouth is, because I say this stuff, because I get so frustrated that I have to vent it, and I vent it like this. I don't sit in the living room and talk to myself. I come to a video and I talk to you guys, or I do it while I'm driving live. So I'm not an idiot. I know that if it weren't for my mouth calling out and that's what's really sad. It's not me being a problem because I'm a problem. It's me calling out shitty behavior, me calling out thievery, bullying, harassment, all of the shit every one of us should be on the same page about, but we're not, because the majority does it. And then they run their mouth behind our back and try to smear our name to other people because the shit we called out applied to them, even though we didn't technically name drop them. So, like I said, I'm not stupid. I know that that's part of the reason. I have heard people who finally met me in person and go, I mean, I've heard it several times. Holy shit, dude. You're nothing like I thought you would be. I heard you were this, and this, and dude, you've been nothing but a blast to be next to at the show, and a fun to hang out and watch, and the way you treat fans and all of this, and the way you treat everybody else that walks up. I've heard that many times. So, case again, proving my point that people run their mouth behind your back. That, like I said earlier, that's the hardest truth I've had to learn about this industry. And it sucks when you're somebody that wants to see other people succeed, and then you help, then you promote, then you give opportunities to, and then someone sends you a text message where that same piece of shit was talking shit about you behind your back. I don't know how many text messages I've seen over 7 years where someone who I lifted up, I promoted, I gave opportunities to, someone, they ran their mouth to the, because they don't say it public, because they ain't got a leg to stand on. So they say it in text message to someone like a dumbass, and then that person, they end up saying it to the wrong one, because they go from point to point to point to point, and they try to slander you. They try to smear your name so they can knock you out of getting work, and they can get more work instead of just working harder. They try to take you down so they can try to steal what work you might get. I've seen several over the 7 years I've been doing this, and I don't mess with no damn body. That's what really pisses me off about it, is I don't mess with anybody. Again, I don't know how many times I've shared people, how many times I've given cover work to, and then see a screenshot where they ran their mouth about me behind my back, when I've never done a damn thing to them or anyone else, other than calling out shitty behavior. And like I said, 99% of the time, we're not even name dropping somebody when we're talking about it. We're just talking about the behavior. So how do you fix that? So see, and the reason I'm explaining that is going back to what Kendall said earlier. The community has to lift up, but the community won't. The community's too busy shit talking one another. Again, I've been privy to that, where I've sat next to someone at a show, watched someone come up to another artist next to me, being all friendly and kind, and, oh man, it's good to see you, glad you're here, man, how you been doing, all this friendly shit. And the minute that artist walks away, that damn piece of shit standing next to me goes, oh, I can't stand that piece of shit. And I go, damn, what'd he do? Oh, nothing, I just don't like him. Then why the fuck are you pretending to like him? And that's what I told him. I was like, so you're fake as shit. See that right there? Now he won't take what I said and learn from it. And he'll run tell someone else I'm a piece of shit. You see what I mean? Nobody owns their shit. Nobody takes accountability. I'll take it from me. I know damn well my mouth is the reason I'm not higher than I should be, because my work has very much proven I should be on a Marvel book or a DC book, but I'm not because of my mouth. Just because of that kind of shit. I won't do the ass kissing. I won't tolerate the backstabbing, the drama, the petty shit, the fake ass smiles and shit like that. Just like that damn one dude who I did a cover for, begged me to do a cover for him. I did it. It was the top selling book on his damn Kickstarter. And then I find out later on, he blocks me. Now, mind you, I promoted him. I shared him. I sent my fans to him. It was the most selling book on his Kickstarter. And then I find out later he was running his mouth about me behind my back, calling me negative, calling me trash, because I was talking about how artists should be respecting fans and I was telling fans what they should and shouldn't tolerate from artists, because fans make this industry possible. We don't. As artists or creators, we don't make this industry. We're a small part. The fans make it. Hands down across the board. And apparently it pissed him off that I was telling fans that if an artist is not answering your PMs, it's because they don't want to talk to you. If they're reading your messages and ignoring it, it's because they don't want to talk to you. Because if myself and these other artists who are stupidly busy can make time to answer every PM, every email, every day, so can everyone else. So they got pissed about that. And you know what he did? Then he comes up to me at a show with his little hand out. And I was like, hey, dude, I don't need to shake your hand, man. I was like, best thing for you to do is go back to your table. I was like, because if we're not friends there, we're not friends here. And I don't do the fake shit. What's up, Mr. Chris Hayes? Yep, we're talking about rainbows and Care Bears. Actually, we're trying to talk about, I'm just sharing the frustration of watching people that's supposed to be our friends and family, et cetera, that will share out COVID this and COVID that and political this and political that, but won't bother to share out small businesses and creators and artists' content. But they'll share that. But we're talking about other stuff too. We're trying to brainstorm about ways to get people to pay more attention to the indie books. And I'm always the funny thing is, yeah, I am. You know what? I'll own it. I'm frustrated because I give a shit about the industry. I give a shit about other creators and artists. And I know you do too. You just handle it better than I do. But so, yeah, I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated to be a part of something that I love to do. And I have to sit back and watch the childish, petty, selfish bullshit from every fucking body else in this industry, to the point you want to punch some of them in the mouth when you see them, you know? So yeah, I'm frustrated. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I'm not going to make apologies for it. You know, I care about shit. I want to see stuff flourish. Like I said, I spent 7.5 years being in that industry where it was all about your team and all about your community as an office and watching everyone succeed and helping everyone succeed. And then I come to this industry and it's the bullying. This shit is high school. That is what this shit is. And my ass was bullied all through fucking elementary and junior high. My ass isn't going to be bullied in this industry. And that's why I'm not going to tolerate the mouse behind closed doors. I'm not going to hug you and shake your hand in fucking person when I find out you've been running your mouth about me behind my back. You know, I'll shake something, all right, but it'll be the damn collar of your damn shirt and choke you out. But anyway, but anyway, what got me sidetracked on talking about the industry and how people treat one another, Kendall had made a point about, and it is the most obvious answer. Really and truly, it's the legit answer to our problems as an indie unit. And he made the comment about the only way that it'll really change is if the people in the indie community cross-promote, share, and actually lift one another up. And it's the most simple answer, and it is the truest answer, but it won't happen. And that's what got me sidetracked when we were talking about the way people behave and the way people do one another in this industry. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, again, part of the help that's needed is you fans. I don't know how many of y'all have bought our merch and you don't share it. And I definitely know it's not to be malice. It's just your guys' lives are busy too, and you just don't think about it. Anytime it's not something you're used to, you don't think about. But yeah, that is definitely part of it too. We need more of you guys. When you buy Psycho Sal, or you buy Don't Pay the Ferryman, or you buy any of these indie books, the minute you get them and read them, we need you guys to leave a review on your page. Make a post with a picture of the book. Tell your honest thoughts on the book of how it made you feel and how much fun you have with it, and share it. I mean, like I said, I gave away $1,000 worth of art a few months ago, and 15 out of, it was like 12 or 15 people that won stuff. 2 people posted what they won. So yes, part of the responsibility, like, again, it's a two-way street. It's my responsibility as an artist and creator to make sure you get your merch you paid for in a timely manner and in quality. It is my responsibility to show you love for your love that you show us and your fandom and your support. That's my responsibility to do for you. It is my responsibility to engage with you, to show you that you mean more to me than just a piggy bank. And the only time I talk to you is when I need your money or when you're paying for something. That's why I go live as much as I do, to try to engage with you guys. I think that's super important, to show you guys that I'm here for you on a chit chat level versus just a buying level. It's my responsibility to make sure my Kickstarters are done, completed, fulfilled in a timely manner. And it's my job to make sure stuff is shipped out in a quality manner. But it's your job as a fan and a supporter and part of the Angry family to share out the content. That is your responsibility as a fan for anyone. Share out the content. And again, it doesn't have to be all the time, just when you can. Share it out. Share out the pre-sale posts for books. Share out the Kickstarters they're a part of. Share out their appearances at Comic-Cons they're going to be at, whether you're going to be there or not. Share out the books that they are creating that you're reading. We need you guys to create the word of mouth, because that is way more valuable than my word of mouth. That definitely could be part of it. I mean, let's be honest. Sadly, the majority of artists treat you guys like piggy banks. And again, that's going to piss some people off that I said it, but it is. I've seen people in Artist Alley and how they get treated. I've seen people in Pro Row standing next to me, my table next to people. I've watched how they're dismissive and the "don't you know who I am" mentality and shit, and treating fans as if the fans owe them something. You're lucky I'm here at your con, peasants. You may fawn over me now. Like, no, bitch. Your ass could vanish tomorrow and the industry rolls on like you never existed. The fans are what matter. They are the bloodline for this industry. And what I just said is going to piss some people off. Instead of them fixing the problem, I'm the problem. Instead of them engaging with fans more, instead of them treating fans on a better level of respect and love, I'll get blamed. So anyway, like I said, it's one of those. The industry is it needs to change, in my opinion. It really does. Artists need to treat fans better. Artists needs to. You know, it really does. And I mean, maybe that is part of it, because sadly the majority don't. You know, they treat fans as nothing but a piggy bank. And you know, I don't know. But like I said, though, that's what makes it frustrating to the people that do for you guys, because we do, and then we hardly ever get anything in return. Same thing with the people we promote. We promote them, we lift them up, we send our fans to their platforms, and then they don't ever bother to return the favors. So it makes you not want to do shit for anybody. Because at the end of the day, you know, I can do a cover for a retailer and the book's going to do what it's going to do, you know, and I'm going to continue to get more work regardless. You know, I'm going to continue to have fans that buy stuff, that show up and support me, whether I'm giving shit away or not. So at the end of the day, it makes people step back and go, well, shit, I'm giving away all this money. I'm giving back to the fans. I'm giving back to the community. But then when I look at the community and I look at some of the people that's benefited, they don't bother to reciprocate. You know, they don't bother to show that love. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. There's no way to fix it, you know, that I'm aware of. I mean, me talking about it's not going to fix it. Let's be honest. If any damn thing, all it does is stir the pot and piss people off more about what I said. But or you got people that all they do is constantly share selfies of themselves. They don't bother to share nothing that has to do. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get the. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Oh boy. And maybe I'm not supposed to, you know. I mean, you got people now that are buying AI art. You got people now that are using ZBrush and all these other shortcut platforms to build covers, and people are buying the shit. I don't know. What time is it? I mean, it's just like this video. I offered I mean, this is my case in point. I offered a platform for people to come on and talk about their thoughts on the industry, on how to try to tweak things or help things. Nobody comes on. Not a single person has messaged me to be on here to talk about the problems and how to fix them. Not a single damn one. Not a single creator, not a single retailer, not a single any damn body. Because they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. It proves my point right here. They either don't give a shit or they don't want to rock the boat. See what I mean? Yeah, I'm about to head out too, Jim. Like I said, I thought we'd get at least a couple of creators and stuff that wanted to come on and talk, but no. I guess maybe I just need to wash my hands of it and me just do me. You know what I mean? Stop promoting others, stop lifting others, and just lift me, you know? That sucks. It has to be that way. But I mean, because really and truly, now here's the honest to God truth of the actual end result. My fans are the only thing I truly care about. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I would love to see others succeed. I would love to lift others up and help others because I know how to run a business, and a lot of artists and creators don't know how to run a business. I know how to promote. I know how to reach people, etc. Even though we're still not reaching as much as we should, but that's mostly a Facebook issue, Facebook problem, the algorithm, the notifications, and et cetera, we're constantly being pushed down compared to the stupidity and all the other drama. So that's not really a business thing or a me thing. That's more of a platform thing. Well, like I said, at the end of the day, though, my fans are what I care the most about. Making sure other people are successful is not my end result. I mean, to be frank, I mean, it's a part of it. I'd love to see more people winning because when I see people make a post and they talk about they have to stop being an artist because they're not successful. I mean, it breaks my heart a little. Now, to be fair, 9 times out of 10, it's probably because their ass isn't drawing. Let's be honest. Because when I look at their page and it's political posts, religious posts, movie posts, basketball posts, video game posts, and it's a year worth of posts with 5 pieces of art, they're failing because they're not grinding. But it still sucks, because to be someone that is being successful, and I'm very successful at this, and that's because of you guys. And I hate that. I mean, I really do. I hate seeing someone else not be able to chase a childhood dream, because that's all this was. Comics is a childhood dream, whether you're creating them, writing them, drawing them. It's just it's that inner child getting to stand out and do something that every single person, for the most part in their existence, has told them they could not do. And you're doing it. So, yeah, I take it a little personal. Yeah, I vent too much, and I call out the shit that overall isn't going to change. Because it's not, let's be honest, it's not going to change. The mouth running, the pettiness, the shadiness, it will never change because there's no repercussions. You know, that's one of the sad things about comics, whether you're selling them, creating them, drawing them, whatever facet you fit into, that's the one thing that there isn't. There are no repercussions. I mean, Clayton Crane proves that. Black Flag proves that. George Vandershit proves that. Lots of other people prove that. So a lot of people don't talk about this. Some people don't talk about it because they don't want to rock the boat. But a lot of people have really, they know what I'm starting to learn. There's no point in talking about it because it's not going to change. Nothing will ever change when there's no repercussions. It's not like there's some comic book jail that you'll never be able to sell shit for a certain amount of time, or you'll never be able to create anything, or, you know, you can just make a new name, start a new page. Like, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I guess, you know what? Yeah, they win. You know, because I'm me regardless. You know, I'm me. So I'm done with it. I'm done worrying about what other people should or shouldn't do to be successful. I'm done cross-promoting other people that don't promote me. I'm done heavily promoting shit I'm a part of, unless it's somebody that shows that love in return. I'm just going to do what I'm paid to do and move on. I mean, like I said, we talked about that a little earlier. The issue we have with that, like we've tried that in the past, where I would make a suggestion about, hey, let's do a live video where we have some artists and we have some creators, we have some retailers, and we go live and we talk about the industry, and we have a couple fans on. And, you know, so we usually, the original idea for Creators Corner, which converted into the Comic Chronicles. Comic Chronicles just talks about anything and everything. But the original concept I had for Creators Corner was, it was myself, and then it would be rotating guests, and it would be a artist creator, a creator writer or something, a retailer or someone that sells online, that travels the con circuit, a comic shop owner to give that perspective, and then a fan to give that perspective. We did like, I think 2 episodes. Hey, what's up, Isaac? We did like 2 episodes, and then we couldn't get anybody to show up. Everybody had 1,000 reasons why they couldn't be there. But all you see them doing is posting shit on Facebook. They couldn't be there for the show that could possibly help them, help the industry, etc. But they had time to go post shit on Facebook, or go watch the ball game, or go watch what, you see what I mean? That's why it doesn't work, because you can't get people to be consistent. And you have to be consistent on something like that, because you have to plan out the guests. You have to plan out the dates. So you want to set it for a certain day. You want to set it for a certain time, whether it's once a week or once a month. and then you have to plan out the guests, and then nobody wants to show up. They'll talk about how important it is and how they want to be a part of it. And they might show up for 1 or 2 episodes, and then after that, they got 1,000 reasons not to be here. And I'm not the only one that's attempted that. There's plenty of other people that have attempted those types of podcasts. Can't get shit. Now, I guarantee you, if I started a podcast where I just ranted about people, we'd be packed. Or if I ranted about political shit, we would be packed. I mean, we've already seen it. I mean, here's an episode tonight, prime time on a Wednesday. Ain't shit going on nowhere. And we've averaged 3 to 10 people in here. For an hour and 30 minutes, it went from 3 to 10. For most of it, we've averaged around 5. The night I went live and threw and called out dipshit for his thievery and his bullshit, we had over 100 people in that damn 2-hour video I was live, where I just went the off. Over 100 people in the live video. Tons of shares. By 12 hours later, that was around like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. By the same time the next morning, when I looked at that video, it had over 700 plus views. But talking about positive stuff, even though I've been ranting a little bit tonight, but and a video that where we're actually talking about projects, nobody shows up. Nobody shares. You know, and again, guys, forgive me. When I say nobody, I'm not meaning literally nobody. It's just so few show up that, it's kind of like when you say the majority of men are acting crazy or the majority of women are acting crazy. You kind of have to say all because it's the most. It's the majority in most cases. So, yes. So, you've got a handful of people that will show up, share out, show love, and you guys are badass for that. But when you compare the two, that's where it kind of bites you in the ass, because you sit back and you go, what the hell? So people will show up to listen to me go off about some piece of trash, but you won't show up to hear us talk about our projects. See what I mean? And that's why most artists don't go live. That's why most creators don't go live, because it becomes frustrating. Because when you get used to being live, it becomes part of your pattern. It's part of who you are. You go live when you can. For me, when it's driving, or I, this year I've tried to set aside more time in the evening to come sit down with you guys, once a week or a couple times a month to talk with you guys, whether it's drawing or this type of subject matter. And, handful of people show up. So that's why most artists don't do it, because they're better off. They work a bunch of hours. Now they can go sit down and watch TV. Why? They sit back and they rationalize it. Well, why do I want to go sit down and go live and talk and hardly nobody's going to show up, maybe 4 or 5 people, or I can sit down and finally watch a movie or watch TV. And then you get people complaining because artists don't ever go live. Like, well, shit, show up. Because that's why they quit or why they won't. So I don't know. But yeah, you know what? The more I sit here and think about it, though, I'm like, I'm done. What's up, Chris? Yeah, you can come on. I mean, I'm about to end the video in here in a few, but you know what? Come on here and let me send you the link. You can come on here right now and talk about your damn Kickstarter. Like I said, I'm not above, sharing stuff out to people. Let's see, Chris. Let me see. Are you on my friends list? What is your name, Chris? Yeah, I'll give you a chance to plug your stuff real quick. Well, no, you need to let people know you created your book, Kindle. That's a huge part of creating. You want to promote the artist, and you definitely want them to get recognition and get seen also. Shit, it's not let. Oh, there you are. I was about to say it's not letting me pull you up. There you go, Chris. You're welcome to come on and chat. No, you always want to make sure people know who created a book. There's nothing wrong with making the priority of your posts or stuff, talking about the artists that helped bring your creation to life. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, you gotta stay focused in this industry. That's for sure. Yeah, but you still need to, Chris, not Chris, sorry, Kendall. I'll go ahead and let you guys know, people knowing who created the book is a very important part of comics, because they want to know who's responsible for that book, both the good and the bad. So you have to make sure you're seen. Yeah, you have to make sure, like I said, you don't have to constantly go, oh, look what I did, look what I did, look what I did. But you have to be the one sharing it out. You have to be the one promoting it, letting people know what artists are a part of it, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, even though now, that's important, because people don't like buying shit from people when they don't know who it's coming from. So you want to make sure you are seen, you are heard to a degree. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, TikTok would probably, not TikTok. Yeah, I'm still live, Chris. Twitch and stuff would be a better way. I really don't know. I know Facebook, the algorithm beats you down. No, just like Chris talking about just now, that he didn't even know if I was still live, because the algorithm, the algorithm's trash. Oh, you know what? Hang on one second, guys. Let me restart this video, and I'm coming right back, so I can let him promote his book. His Kickstarter. I don't want it to be like on the end of this, technically rant video. So hang on one second, guys. I'll be right back. So make sure you come back.